Hi there. Welcome back to another episode of Doodle Talk. This week is an extra special one. Why, you might ask? Because I have a guest here with me, and he's right here inside this Pokeball. Let's see who it is. Go! I choose you!
Jace.
Whoa! Hey, bud! Welcome to
Wow.
Doodle Talk.
I'm in Doodle Talk?
Yeah, you're
I'm
in Doodle Talk. You're Doodle Talking.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan. And now I'm here.
Yeah.
Sugoi.
What's up, all you doodles and doodlers out there, you schemers and dreamers, and welcome back to a very, very special episode of Doodle Talk. Today, we have my friend Jace. Woo!
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
in
you're
Doodle
here.
Talk. Man, that was so cool to see you do that.
Do the
And-
intro live?
Yeah.
Yeah. People, normally I have an audience in the back.
Yeah,
They
totally.
kind of like pay to see it, but you get it for free.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah. So this is the first Doodle Talk with in person ever.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's great in here.
Yeah.
Your studio is massive.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's huge.
We did, yeah,
You don't
it's
see- you don't
it's
see
really
the
big.
100,
There's a
yeah.
lot of stages and
Yeah,
stuff
you
we
don't
could
see
have
the other
used,
stages.
but those are kind of getting worked on right now. So unfortunately, we had to just use this desk. That's why it doesn't look very good. But you know, we got a Raichu in the background. Hopefully, you can see that. We still got the screen door.
Yeah, the screen is awesome.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. It looks okay. If everyone watching at home, sorry it's not as nice and mysterious as it normally is, but yeah, you got to do what you got to do. Work with what you got, you know. But what's up, Jace? Why are you in Japan?
I'm here for the month with my wife Riko-chan,
Mm-hmm.
staying in Yokohama and having a great time.
Yeah.
And it came up to Tokyo to see that for this Doodle Talk
Hell yeah.
and to see my good friend Sam.
You've been here for a week already, basically?
Yeah, 1
That's-
week. About.
No, like 10 days.
Oh, 10 days. Oh, so yeah.
So almost 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's crazy
that's
being
crazy.
away. It's crazy being somewhere for a month.
Yeah.
Which I've never done before, but it's. I mean, we want to because we would love to move here one day,
Right.
or kind of. Yeah, I mean, we live in New York City, which is great, but we're definitely always thinking of, ways to get out of the city.
Yeah, moving to the mountains of Japan.
Oh my gosh, it'd be so good.
Yeah, maybe. We'll
Well,
see.
city life. I mean, city life. You're always kind of like dreaming of that.
Yeah, but
know.
okay, let me ask you then, because we've talked about this. We were talking about this earlier today. Like, Jace is thinking about if moving to Japan when he does, like, possibly, like, going further into the country and stuff, right? That's kind of like where our conversation started. And I was saying, like, that it is because you live in New York. So it's like, do you think you'd be okay? Like, would you be able to handle the change and all that stuff? Like,
oh yeah, it definitely very different. I think
Yeah.
mostly for skating,
right?
sure. Or just moving away from New York. Personally, it would be the skating
Yeah.
would be hard, but I mean it's. I mean, you live in Tokyo. You live in a city and stuff.
Yeah, but
it's kind of,
I live like, I can say it's Tokyo, but this is not Tokyo. This is like
sure.
West Tokyo,
No,
like
that's true. Yeah.
out in the middle of like even before where I used to live before in Ome. That's literally like in the mountains, you know.
Yeah, I mean that sounds so dreamy that you did that.
It's not though.
It's not. Well, it was.
No, there's
yeah.
nothing to do. It's literally just all old people. There's no
Oh.
events, nothing you can do. The only upside is like there's some nature, but honestly, most of the mountains and stuff that we would go to is like coming closer to where, like, in between where I live now, like closer to Hachioji, like that mountain that I was telling you about, Mount Takao. And then you're an hour-ish. It was like an hour away from Shinjuku, so like the middle of Tokyo. So that's kind of
wow,
cool.
That's still pretty.
It's
yeah,
close.
That is cool.
It's close.
Wow.
But there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
And it's just a bunch of old people. Like, nothing wrong with that, obviously, but
No, I visiting this time we visited a friend in the up north of Okayama, and it was in the mountains, and it's so beautiful and whatnot.
Yeah,
but,
it's definitely beautiful.
But going there again, that was a big part of it. Was realizing that goal is definitely there's a lot more steps to it.
Yeah,
and that is
that
kind of
too.
that's part of it is just yeah, I mean the.
Well, we were just
you know.
talking like Japan is great to visit, not to live, kind of a thing, right? We were kind of like talking about like it's one of the best places to visit, but from like I personally think not everyone could live here. Just 'cause
Sure.
You probably like unless you're totally cool with like learning Japanese, being okay with how the society, the culture, different cultures and stuff works. Like, if you want to work at a Japanese company and you're an American, like.
Yeah.
I can't. I tried. I worked at a Japanese company for a year, and it was like pretty lenient. It wasn't like one of the crazy companies that you hear about.
Yeah.
But I was still working like 60 hours a week for barely like above minimum wage pay, and like
wow, that's crazy.
I don't know, man.
Well,
You'd have to be okay with all of that. Then sure, like move to Japan, right?
Yeah, no, I mean that is definitely that's the hardest part for sure.
Yeah.
The culture part, like going to the mountains and the culture part, that actually was just even just being here for this month too, you're kind of gauging certain stuff, but going totally that was a big part.
I don't mean it as a bad thing either.
Totally.
Like if you're able to like come here and you have work that you can do,
I mean,
that's amazing. That's the dream.
Thing.
Like I was just talking about like if you don't have a plan and you're like I'll just go work at a Japanese company or something.
Yeah, that's
if you're like
fine.
a YouTuber or something, or like you are an artist and you are gonna be fine money wise, there's probably no better place to move than Japan.
Oh, that's cool.
You know what I mean? Like
I mean that's the dream. And
you get all the advantages of like the travel, the beautiful places, like the fairly low cost of living. If you're already like set money wise, then like why are you not in Japan, or like why do you not have like a summer house out here or something, you know?
Yeah, I mean that is that's really the dream is being an
rich
artist.
As fuck, and then
being rich as fuck and being an artist and being rich as fuck.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the dream, dude. Yeah. Now that you say it like that. That's the dream.
Having an infinite amount of money and just be able to make stuff and I mean that it's more I personally just finding a stable place to live and and honestly America has some weird safety thing about it.
Not weird.
That's
it's
very
just ridiculous. America is dangerous as fuck, like basically everywhere. At least just compared to Japan, especially.
I mean, it's definitely different
compared to most of the world. Well, no, there's some sketchy places out there.
Sure, but even in the past since I moved to New York like over 10 years ago, you know, like it's totally changing.
That's cool though. Yeah, I live here, so it's very gradual. So I don't really know. I mean, I remember the differences, right? Of like when there was no people here. My only regret is that I wasn't able to like if I wanted to. I have never been to Kyoto, right? And I want to go, like kind of, like see the Inari Shrine thing or whatever, and some of the places.
Kyoto seems amazing.
It seems okay, but it's like. It's so touristy, and it's like once you've seen a few like cool temples in Japan, you've kind of seen them all.
Sure.
Which I'm sure some people would be like, no, dude, like there's certain things I definitely want to see. But I wish I had gone during COVID because there's like no tourists there. Now you go there and it's going to be crazy again. So like that was the only thing that I was like, damn, I wish I had been able to do that.
Same with card collecting. I remember we were in Osaka.
Yeah.
We went to a Book Off Plus, I think.
Yeah.
Really great. And I remember I turned the corner, and I've been to a bunch of different book offs at that point, and in card stores. And
I meant to show you the one near me earlier. I forgot.
For sure.
We might be able to check it out later.
That would be so sick. No, they so I've at this point I've been to a bunch of card stores, and book offs, and we went to this one in Osaka, and it was just like it was the first time while I was visiting this time,
Yeah.
where there was just so many vintage cards, and like they had vending series cards, which are like the old vintage ones you get in the vending machines out here, and the art for those. Yeah, it's a vending machine series.
Oh, the like limited edition ones that they did only in vending machines or something?
Yeah,
okay,
they're like really glossy, and the art.
You showed me those.
Yeah, the art for those are like can be really unique, and they are Japanese exclusive.
That's cool.
But no, so I remember seeing like a full case of those, all for like
Right, there were no dirty foreigners here to buy them all from me. First.
Sure, but it was I know myself, right, and I was
Jace, you're not a dirty foreigner. You're married to a Japanese lady. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, so but like. It was funny. I was like so taken back, or just more or less like I could have bought so many cards.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But I was with some friends and stuff, and I was kind of embarrassed.
Really?
More or less, just
to buy that many.
The amount I
guys, I'm about to spend $500 on Pokemon cards. Don't freak out. This is kind of normal for me.
Yeah.
So please just go with it. All right.
Yeah. No. I just. I kind of like was reserved.
Yeah.
Also because I was about to go to Tokyo too, and I was like, oh, maybe in Tokyo.
Now it turns out you should have bought as many as you could in Osaka.
Yeah. Just like kind of, it's funny because, and it's actually kind of cool why I'm like still into, collecting cards now.
Yeah.
Because it's like getting more popular and stuff, and
right.
but like still in this last couple of years, I'm like, oh man. It's.
Do you think it's more popular now though, even than through like the boom of like 2021 or whatever?
Yeah.
Is it still more popular? Do you think? Or was it just like a little more saturated, but it's more like more diehards are still now? How would you explain it? Because I've wondered about that too. I've talked to Brandon about that before a little bit too, like.
It is more
because I'm not in the Pokemon collecting scene. I'm like an outsider. I talk to you and Brandon, and I kind of see it a little bit. I'm a One Piece guy, so and I mostly just play like online on the sim. I don't even really collect, so it's like I'm always interested in that because it fucking blew up. I mean, Logan Paul gets the Charizard for like whatever $1 million, and then everyone's. That's right when that Umbreon kind of came out too, and they had like black shiny Charizards and stuff,
So as myself,
and that's when the Umbreon increased in price, when it became more valuable than the Charizard. No.
Oh.
Over the past like 2 years.
Oh well, no. I mean that's just a very popular set, and like for modern that's like kind of a staple.
Right, but a lot of people argue that is going to be more valuable than Charizard in the future, right? No. I've heard that from some big people.
Sure. But okay, so it's simply
sponsored by Wilkinson.
It's simply
sorry, I'm gonna crack this bad boy.
The vintage, right, was really popular and stuff, but now like now modern is just as popular.
Right, that's what I'm saying though. Yeah.
Well, and a lot of people, and it actually is kind of confusing. It's like why are these like modern cards more money than like some
certain vintage?
Yeah, certain vintage.
Why do you think?
They printed so many vintage back then.
There's still that many to make it less valuable.
Yeah, the original sets all the way to.
But like getting
past Genesis or past second gen up to maybe third. Up to the third.
But those packs will still go for like thousands of dollars.
Right. I know,
a single like fossil pack will go for like. That's what I'm saying though. It's
a lot of Japanese packs had hollows in every pack. Also, well, if I'm correct. I don't know about Neon Genesis.
That one place we went to, Neon Genesis, Shinji.
Neo. Yeah, the second gen.
What? But, do you remember that place we went to where I got that tin, that tin, and they had the fossil sealed some of the original first few set packs. Those were like 6,000 or something for like one pack. Like $6,000 I think. Or was it 600? It was something like that. But it was crazy.
Well, even thinking about that store, I mean, it's those were all really great prices, but they
You got the Mew there,
it's even
right?
different than now. No, I found a shiny
You were
Mew,
looking at
a
it,
Koro shiny Mew for 4,000 yen, which is that's
$40.
Yeah,
It's like $30 really.
Yeah, that card that was a really good find because that goes easily for over 100 for sure in really bad condition. And and that kind of shows you, like, it's actually not to discourage anybody about coming to Japan and finding Pokemon
it's okay, you
card
can do
holders.
that.
But it's
how is, for anyone who's interested, what do you think the Pokemon what are the what's the collection kind of like? How easy is it to try and find stuff over here compared to America right now?
I mean, sealed stuff, anything new and sealed is impossible, which
here?
Any like
right,
new
like
packs.
we were just talking, like the new 151 set.
In America, it's easy to find.
Easier.
Oh
right?
no, I mean it's really easy.
Really?
All stores have cards now. Yeah.
That's so crazy, because that kind of happened with One Piece too. The first set came out. The first set was also really hard to find in America. I'd say around the second set.
I remember. Yeah.
Because I couldn't find any, and I was explaining to you, like, I mean, we were talking about it before too, and then
shout out Brandon Chalker.
Yeah, Brandon Chalker. Ramen boys, what's up? Come over to Japan already. Fucking come on, hurry up. I'm waiting.
Totally.
Yeah. Jace will come too at the same time. We'll make it a TGC fest.
Oh wow.
We'll nerd out.
Last time I saw Brandon, we were it was the 25th anniversary release day, right? And I was luckily in Texas, which was really fun because Walmarts and Targets are where you can get this stuff, and they don't have those in New York,
which is funny. That's just funny to me.
Just the suburbia style.
Yeah.
And so it's funny. They don't have that in the city, and so
you can't go to. Well, I mean, you can get them at convenience here in some places. So
sure.
It's like going to 7-Eleven, picking up a 25th anniversary booster box, which is kind of crazy, I guess.
Yeah, but
sorry. Go ahead.
Brandon. For the release day, I was waiting in line. At like 6 in the morning with Rico. And which was amazing. And it was funny because there was
she's a trooper for coming.
I know, totally. It was super fun. We actually woke up and went to a donut place first thing in the morning, and the best food in the world.
I've never had like a real fresh donut.
Oh yeah, right at 6 in the morning, fried dough was.
I don't know though. I don't really do. I can't.
Oh, it's crazy. Fried.
No, but just right after I wake up, if I wake up super early, the last thing I want to do is stuff my face with sugar and fried dough.
Well, so.
But I can see it being amazing.
Hot fried dough is so good. No, but buttery hot. Anyway,
the donuts are good.
Donuts
we get
are
it.
Good.
Yeah.
But So we got to a GameStop.
Yeah.
Which.
Which one?
We could even go further back. It's the same GameStop where I went for the Halo 3 premiere.
Okay, I was about to say. Wait, which one?
The one next to Target and Preston and Gaylord.
Yeah. Okay, I know exactly which one.
Know. It's funny. So
last time I didn't know it was over there.
Last time
that's crazy.
Yeah, last time
I've camped out. I think it was Halo 3 or Halo 2.
Halo 3.
No, it wasn't Halo 2. It was one of the re-releases or something. Halo 3.
Halo 3. I was there at midnight, and
I was too.
And no, so we're sitting.
That was before we were friends.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't. I've known you for a long time.
No, I know, but I don't think. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, no, we played Halo 2 together. So yeah, you're right. There was something else. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of something else. I think I was there for Halo 2 as well. I'm not gonna lie.
For sure, you're more OG than I am when it comes to all this stuff, the TCGs.
No. I know, but I might be misremembering. So.
Well,
okay.
Okay. Well, I'll go to this story, and then I'll finish this story, and then we'll talk about how we actually first met.
Yeah. We should talk about that. I didn't mean it. I just hate sounding like the guy is like, dude, I was there for Halo 2. Like, you think you were cool being there early? Like, I did not mean it for it to sound like that.
You are OG nerd.
I'm an OG gamer, but I don't game as much anymore.
In a very positive sense, I'm an OG. Being a nerd is awesome. I think so.
Yeah, it's fun. And you can take it too far, but yeah.
I think being passionate about something is
just don't let it ruin your life,
Totally.
Yeah. So you're sitting in
so
GameStop.
we're waiting in line on the 25th
this
anniversary.
bad smell, and you turn around, and Brandon shit his pants.
No.
That didn't
Okay.
happen.
So there's like a line of like 9 people, right?
Okay.
And we're like
Only 9?
Yeah, right.
Wait, but this is still like 6 in the morning.
So yeah, 6 in the morning, GameStop. And the guy comes out and he's like, okay, who's here for the new Switch? And then like everybody
was it
raised
the OLED one.
Yeah, everyone raised their hands, and then they're like, okay, who's here for Pokemon Celebration? And then and it was just me and Brandon.
Yeah.
We raised I didn't know it was Brandon yet, but we just raised our hand. And then
I
we're
didn't
like,
know that.
and then we turned around and it was Brandon Chalk. It was Brandon.
That's so awesome.
And I haven't seen Brandon in like 10 years at that point, you know. And it was so great. And
that's crazy.
We went in and they actually didn't have a lot of. That was actually when it was hard to get stuff. You know, in America, and they didn't have a lot of product. We were like able to get one thing, and then we were like
like one box each.
Yeah. And then Brandon, it was so funny because we were like, we wanted to, me and Rico wanted to go to one more place before we had to go meet up back with family or something. And just meeting out with Brandon, we kind of had a game plan. He's like, we swapped numbers, and then he like went to a Target down the street, and he's like, yo, I heard they have some at this Target, and so like I like rushed over there. I remember I skated as fast as I could through the parking lot, and then like ran into the
Oh my
store.
god.
Well, I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but this was when
that's
at this point
cringe, bro.
No, at this point though, it was like
life.
It was
death,
really
bro.
hard to find this stuff, and you know, they just like as soon as they put it out, it was gone, you know.
Yeah.
But Brandon got there early and like grabbed me.
Oh,
something.
nice.
Yeah. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, and it was just fun.
Do they just print way more nowadays? Is that why there's more in stock?
Yeah, totally. I guess so. Yeah, I mean the whole English side is totally taken care of, I guess, you know, for just them having stock and stuff. I don't know if it's like popularity is like still there, but but really when it comes Japanese product is way better in my opinion.
Quality
I
for
mean, people say
Pokemon, for the most part, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I could like that. That's like everyone says that, but I could like. There's definitely there's a bunch of times when like they have Japanese cards have print lines and all that.
Oh yeah, I mean they're not perfect. I think just overall they're better in quality. But like with like One Piece and Bandai and stuff, the English quality is really good. I don't even know if there's a difference, to be honest.
You know, I fucked with. I
fucked Bandai.
No, I fucked with Bandai with Dragon Ball Super.
Right, Dragon Ball, yeah.
And it was their quality is pretty good. They definitely. I mean, no, that was pretty fun. I just never got into actually playing the game, and all those games go to. They really cater to players. You know? And same and.
Bandai normally comes out with more competitive stuff, like Naruto back in the day.
Yeah, that was Bandai.
That was pretty sure. That was awesome. Naruto was really fun. It kind of got killed. I don't know, the format, the meta kind of just like fell apart, and it wasn't fun to play anymore. And I think they were kind of the way they were running it just didn't work. And
Do you still have your Naruto cards? Like
no. What happened is like I remember at one point I gave them all to Brandon. Because we were kind of sharing a lot of cards too and stuff, but I actually am sad because there's definitely some cards that I gave to him that I don't know like what happened to them, or like I sold some too. But there's one or two cards I really wish I had kept.
Oh, totally.
Third Okage, ADP. Or APD.
You gotta show. You have to show me.
APW. That's what it was.
You gotta show me some.
I'll show you after. Yeah.
You want to hear about my old Pokemon cards growing up?
Sure.
So like I definitely, at one point I think my best as a kid, like I didn't have that many packs. I never was able to buy that many packs and whatnot. But I remember I did pull a Blaine's Charizard.
Nice.
Which that was, Charizard was a big deal. You know, that was really cool. And
that one and the original OG Dark Charizard was pretty sick.
Totally.
I had that one too.
That one got stolen from like my parents had a get together at the house for like it was
someone jacked it.
Yeah, that and my
It's like
original
it's one of their friends. Like
well,
a 35-year-old man's like, that's Blaine's Charizard.
No,
hey, Jace, why don't you go get me a beer? Just steals it.
Well, it was that and my original red Game Boy, Pocket Game Boy with red. I know, it was sick. Red version.
They stole it?
Or it got misplaced.
The one of the kids? No, they fucking
Evan.
stole it, dude.
Yeah.
Was this a kid of one of theirs?
I mean, this is how I recall it, But yeah, totally. I did, And
that sucks, dude.
So like and then the other cards I had, I remember me and when I was in middle school, I was able to have I had my room growing up. My parents allowed me to draw all over the walls and stuff.
Damn.
Yeah, it was.
We'll paint over it.
Well, because it was actually it was actually my brother's room before, and what he did is he collaged over the whole wall, and like so whenever.
With what? Papers and shit.
Yeah,
posters.
Yeah, band posters.
But not drawing.
Not necessarily drawings. Yeah, just but he photographs and stuff.
Yeah.
And so in being I looked up to him and stuff, and so whenever I was able to get the room when he moved out, I was like, oh, I want to draw on the wall too. And so like me and Ryan, we shout out Ryan Straight. Yeah. I remember whenever I was got the room, me and Ryan had our own little art collective called Dot and Doll.
Yeah.
And so like we came
Shout
over.
Out, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. And we came over to, so we're like, oh, come over to my house and we'll like get paint markers and paint all over my room. Yeah. And so like what we did was
to be a kid again.
I know. But what we did was I had old Pokemon cards too, the base, all the base set, and I collaged them all on the wall.
Oh no.
Yeah, which I didn't.
I mean, I did shit like that.
Yeah. I had so many.
I've fucked up so many of those old classic Pokemon cards.
I didn't know hollows for sure. I knew better, I guess, but still. It was just really funny to think like that. Like that was my collection. Was like I just ended up like putting on the wall as like God. And then and I think later on, I actually in middle school, a friend of mine randomly was like, yo, I know you like Pokemon. You want my Japanese Charizard base set, right? And I was, so that was kind of like, I never really was able to hang on to any childhood cards except for
I have a few, like some of those that you saw in that little pouch. Those are some of my OG ones.
Tim says that he gave me his old set, some of his cards, which I do remember now, and like I do have those. But he thinks that Charizard is his. Like,
is it yours?
I'm like, dude, no, it's not yours. Like this, my friend Cody gave that to me. I remember.
Oh.
I mean, I was blown away.
So someone else gave it to you.
Yeah, no, that Charizard base set. Yeah, the freaking.
Shout out Tim.
Yeah, Tim
Jace
Ross,
stole
best musician.
Shout out Ryan. Shout out Tim. Shout out SBK.
Yeah, best musician.
Jay stole your card, Tim. I'm gonna get it back from you. Don't worry.
I have your Charizard, Tim. Psych.
Hopefully Tim will be on the podcast soon.
Yeah.
He might be the next guest. I want Ryan to come on too. We've kind of talked about it, but that's a maybe. I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But
it's hard when you have two Ryans on the same podcast.
Should have 3.
Yeah, I'll have to get another one. I'll get a girl named Ryan.
I heard what about Brian?
Fuck Brian, dude. No.
Anyway, no. Okay, so
except Brian Ennis, Ramen Boy. So I don't know. We're just dropping names, and people are like, "What?" Wow. But shout out Brian.
Well, shout out
Fuck people who spell Brian with a Y. That's all I'm saying.
Brain?
No, Brian. That's an I.
No, with the I, it's brain.
I know. I'm just kidding.
So let's talk about us.
How did we just first meet?
What do you remember?
Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe. Okay. That was a trick question because we actually met like before we became friends.
Yeah, we had a skate sesh. So my soccer team, the Comets. No, wait, sorry, this is the Texans. That was the rec league. Wow. This was already on the Texans. And Gabe, shout out Gabe. He so sick, dude. He's such a good soccer player too.
Wow.
But he had He was so like he
He was
could
a
have gone
really
pro,
good
dude.
skater.
Yeah, he could have gone
and with
pro.
soccer.
No, well, both probably.
Oh.
He was like just naturally gifted
Yeah, he was really
athlete. Like he could pop an ollie. Dude, we're like 10.
Oh, I've seen.
We're 10, and he could like ollie over 4 boards, just like standing still.
Well, no, Gabe at 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We were 9,
12, 9, 10, yeah.
Because I quit soccer like 10, 11. Or when I was 14, sorry. So this was like 10, 11, 12 probably, yeah.
Yeah. Gabe, he would ollie Rodman gap, which is a 10 stair, 11 stair. 180 That, dude, oh my gosh. Which is funny, he was
just so light. He was like Kenny Anderson, where you're just so light on the board, and they look like they float through the sky.
Yeah, no, it's
kind of Spanky. Kevin Spanky Long is kind of like that too.
Actually, Gabe is really funny because he's like the only person I know that went from pushing regular to push Mongo.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Didn't he fix it though?
Well, no, I don't think so because
I remember he used to do that sometimes.
He could just do both.
Yeah. He would just mix it.
I remember he would push Mongo to skate Rodman because he just needed a lot of speed.
But that doesn't. You go faster skating pushing regular.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I just remember
he
him
was
pushing
weird.
Mongo.
Yeah, he had it just crazy.
But he was front 180 that doing a front 180 over Rodman before most people were
or
alling
even
it.
thinking about alling it.
You know the peak of skating with Gabe. I remember meeting up with him at night at the SOC ledge. You know, yeah. So it's just a drop.
I had to go there one time.
It's a 3-foot
I had
drop.
detention. I had to go to SOC.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think. Yeah, I remember.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh wait, really?
No, SOC is the displacement school.
Yeah. I think I.
You had to get in
no,
a lot of trouble.
I had to do. Yeah, it
Should we
wasn't.
talk
Sorry,
about-
it wasn't for detention, but I had to go there one time.
Brandon, oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
it wasn't.
good.
I wasn't in trouble. I don't know why I thought
Brandon
that.
Chalker went there. That's messed up.
Actually,
Actually,
I remember having to go there, but I feel like I could already drive. So.
I'll remember.
But I remember we used to skate that ledge. I know
that's
SOC
class
ledge. Yeah.
spot, yeah. I
I'm
remember.
like I'm misremembering so much shit right now. I feel like.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, I know the area.
I mean,
you're
this
talking
is 20 years ago.
That's 20. Oh my god.
This is 20
I
years
mean,
ago.
just under.
So 20 years ago, I remember seeing Gabe have a tail devil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they at the SOC ledge, they set up a
sparks
barrier.
and stuff.
This still blows me away today. He set up a barrier off of the SOC ledge slanted. And I remember him just like looking at it and then be like, oh, and just like not even thinking about it, going so fast and just doing an ollie back fisting it.
Yeah.
And like with the tail devil, it was like so sick. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but
Like you make tail devils make sparks for people.
Oh,
who don't know.
yeah. There's it's what is it? Flint?
Yeah, it's like a flint stone.
Yeah, on the back of the tail.
Skate the Flintstone.
And it sparks in your
ollie. Yeah, so Gabe, he's super sick. He's on my soccer team. And we both find out that we both skate. And he loved Mark Johnson too.
Yeah.
So we
No,
kind of
that's what they told me about
bonded.
you.
Yeah,
like this is Sam. He loves Mark Johnson.
We bonded
well,
through
sick.
like Chocolate and some of those
Yeah.
skaters. Like they loved like Chico and Mark Johnson, Kenny Anderson. Those were my favorites at the time too.
Andrew, his brother.
Yeah, Andreas
had the D3s.
Yeah. Andreas was sick too. He had good. He was good at skating.
Well, you call him Andreas?
That was his name.
His name's not Andrew.
No.
Gabe and Andrew.
But Andreas. Like that.
Sure. But
I never called him Andrew. I don't think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe I'm misremembering that too, but no. I think that he went by Andrew as well.
Yeah, I don't.
But I'm pretty sure his name was Andreas.
Sure,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
But no, right? Yeah. So.
I'm just trying to sound cool, Jace.
Yeah. Oh,
Andreas.
sorry.
Oi,
No.
Andreas.
You're just blowing me away because I was like, wait, I know.
That's how I
I've never
remember
heard that.
him.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I used to go chill at their house and stuff. Like his mom definitely called him Andreas.
Oh,
I'm pretty
yes,
sure.
yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
wow.
no, okay, hold on. Let's simplify this. So, Gabe finds out I skate too. So I go over to his house to skate, and he's like, "Oh, I have this friend. You know how I'm the guy like this guy likes Mark Johnson." They're like, "We have a friend. He wears skinny jeans, and his name's Jace." And I was like, "That's cool." I think I was starting to wear skinny jeans around then too. And we go because you guys lived right next to each other down the street.
Yeah.
So we go over and we go to your front yard, and you had like a rail, like a little just a little
In-
flat
My
bar.
brother inline skated, so I had
Yeah.
an inline skater rail, which
Yeah.
was really disproportional and steep.
Yeah, I think I like tried to board slide it, and I was like,
Yeah.
nah, it's weird. I can't do this. But we were like fucking around doing flat ground tricks and stuff. And then, so that was cool, and that was like the only time I met you. But it was good. It was fun. And then I don't know. It's next time is like high school, because you guys are a year older than us.
Yeah.
So you and Ryan and Tim and that whole group were a little bit older. And then me.
Well, I met Ben and Jared.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say me and Ben and Jared had our thing, you know, like that was the main group
For skating in your
for
neighborhood.
skating, yeah, because we all lived close to each other.
Yeah.
Brandon was in there too.
Yeah.
And yeah, then they started hanging out with you guys, because I remember, because it was Apple Pie Skate,
Oh,
because
yeah.
we had our own thing. I forgot what it was called. Damn. Oh, I don't remember, but we had our own, like, because
You
Ben
gotta
had
get
a
back-
camera.
You gotta tell me about what you gotta remember that.
I know, I'm trying to remember. We could ask Ben. He would know for sure. It was something like boneless or something. Like it was something simple like that. 'Cause you know, like back then, if you were into skating, that's what you wanted to do. You wanted to like make a team. You go out. Somebody can buy a camera, hopefully, and you buy a camera. You get a fisheye.
Well, it's Skate Perception Days.
Skate Perception.
That was an online forum.
Oh yeah. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and people would and that was before YouTube.
Right.
Yeah. So before YouTube.
Before the YouTubes.
Yeah, no,
Damn.
so that you'd have to pay like $50 a month or something for internet domain.
Like the server costs.
Server costs. Yeah.
Oh, for the domain too.
Yeah. And so like that's what Apple Pie Skate was, and then you
Yeah.
upload QuickTime videos.
Yeah, because you have to buy, like you buy the domain, but then Mike was probably paying for like server cost, like uploading the footage, right, and keeping on there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
even know.
But no, Apple Pie Skate was like, we would watch Apple Pie and be like, damn, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
You
totally.
got, well, because most of you guys were like a year older, but some people like
Mike was
two,
older.
Yeah, Mike was 2 years older. Yeah.
2,
And when
3.
you're like 15, that's a lot.
Yep.
When one person's 15,
younger than 15. Younger.
Yeah,
I met Ben and Jared when they were 13 before high school.
yeah, because you guys met, but what I mean, just like around that age, because you guys, so you guys met,
So Mike was 15.
and then we go into high school, and then I remember because I really wanted to meet Ryan too, because Ryan was wearing the bandanas.
Yeah, and he was on Apple Pie.
It was so cool, man.
Yeah,
And
it was super cool.
well, we were all kind of wearing bandanas too. It was like, I mean, that's kind of just like a.
Well, Ryan
rocked it the best. Yeah, I looked like a
yeah.
fucking idiot with a bandana
Me too.
on back in the day. I looked okay with putting it out the pocket. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we met at Friendship. Do you remember this? I don't know if you remember this. We met
wow.
again at Friendship, and that was the first time I met Ryan.
Wow.
And that's when I met you again, and it was really nice because I knew you already. I'm sure we had talked a little bit, and
Yeah.
you, Ben, and Jared were already obviously closer.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I met you guys there, and we skated Friendship. I think I might have ollied it. I might have ollied
Wow.
before. There was one time too where I was thinking about, I wanted to ollie the 9, the big 3 in the back.
Wow.
And I think I was like rolling up to it, and I was trying it, but
Did you ever do it?
No, I didn't ever do it. I think I went for it one time and like snapped my tail or something. Never landed it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I met you guys then, and then just like pretty much just like that, we all started hanging out more. We started skating Dallas, and it was cool. Sorry,
What was that?
that was my mail. That normally
You got
doesn't
it.
go up. You got mail.
What? So you cracked your tail. You broke your board trying to ollie the 3 block?
No, so I met you guys at Friendship. But yeah, I think that happened too.
Yeah, well, no.
Dude, that just reminded me. Hold on. Let me wrap this up real quick with the thing. So like, we met again, and since I knew you a little bit, I kind of became friends with Ryan too. And then we all kind of started hanging out, like going to Ben's house and stuff. That's what started all that, like all the times going to Ben's and hanging out and going to my house and stuff too. But yeah, that was how we like met, right?
I do want to tell a story how I met Ben and Jared. Though,
Okay.
Because it's really funny.
Well, hold on. Let me tell this story first, real quick.
Please,
okay. Do you remember? I don't know. I'm pretty sure you were there. We went skating in Dallas one time, and we went to the Post Office 9.
Yeah.
And I was like dead set on ollieing it, and I was going to. I literally was, because I remember I couldn't get Friendship, and I was like, I'm not trying to go pro. I just want to ollie a 9. Because
Me too.
what was the other? there was that
was a big deal.
huge stair set.
Tyndall Records. Oh, sorry.
No, not Tyndall. You know the one? It was like huge blocks.
Gallatin.
Ooh,
Oh.
Gallatin.
Yeah, Gallatin.
Yes,
10.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. I wanted to ollie that,
So
but I was
my
like,
story about Ben and Jared.
really? Okay, then this will segue perfect. But
That's a
I wanted to
big
ollie that,
set.
but we got there and I was like,
Oh.
nah, I'm good, dude. But we go to Post Office 9. I'm like, oh, this is kind of tall and short. Like, I think I can do it. Yeah. I was like, I can do this. So I'm hyping myself up. I'm doing a few run-ups and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fucking go for it. I think Mike was even filming. He was like being really nice and like, yeah, dude, like go for it. Like I'm gonna film it. Like we'll use it too. Like I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a big deal back in the day when like if you're not that, because I was always like, I'll go for the hang. I'm not getting clips.
Yeah.
Because when people go to skate and you're getting clips, like you can't waste people's time by just being like, hey, will you come film me like do this shit trick over here when it's like.
I know, it's so fun. I'm so scarred from this.
So you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly what I'm
But okay, sometimes it's okay if that's what the purpose is.
Yeah.
But if you're going there with killers and it's like, yeah, we want you to be there to hang out because we like you, is different from like, hey, I'm gonna film this flat ground kickflip over here.
Yeah.
So it was a big deal, and Mike was like hyped and like filming it for me, and I roll up. And I go, I do that thing where I like kind of almost do it, and I stop, and I like skirt. I do that, and I rip my pants. You remember that?
I think
I don't know if you were there.
No, I think I do.
I ripped my pants.
Yeah.
And then I was like, so like, you might think that you're just like able to like it's fine. I was just gonna do it. It was done.
Yeah.
I was done. I was like, oh, first of all, it's really embarrassing. Not that embarrassing, but it felt so weird, and it was like all of a sudden like breezy down there, and like you feel really vulnerable. Like I'm like, if I fall, that's not good. Like I want to like rip my balls off or something.
No, yeah, you feel more vulnerable.
And I was like, I was so bummed. I was like, I can't. That threw me off so much that I can't do it. But the funny thing is, we went, and so then I was just chilling the rest of the day, and we went and we got McDonald's.
Oh no, this is.
Do you remember this?
Yeah,
we went and got McDonald's, and we were like riding the dart on the way back to our cars, and I like sharted a little bit.
Wow.
It wasn't a full shart, but it was like a really bad fart, and I was like, I think I sharted. I don't know if there was actual poop that came out.
Jeez.
But yeah, this is an intense story, but it's so funny because I forgot who was it. There was somebody else who was one of the other Dallas skaters who wasn't really in our group as much, and he thought it was so funny, and I was glad because like I became friends with him that day too. But I just remember that day is like, it was awesome, but it was also so sad because it was like one of my goals that I wanted to do, I didn't get to do. I ripped my pants. They're gray Altamonts, which I fucking loved, and then I like thought I shit myself on the way home.
That's a good one.
Good story.
No, that's a good like those skate days meant so much, you know. I actually still like that's
like,
how
I became better friends with you and Ryan too. I remember listening with Ryan. We were listening to like Deltron 3030 one time on the way back. Yeah. And that's when we really started to get like closer as friends. Yeah.
No, it's funny. Post Office 9 is actually a big means a lot to me. That's the only 9 stair I ever ollied.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I on Go Skate Day. We went to Tilden Records, and I ollied that, which was a big deal.
Yeah.
And then
that's pretty big.
And then later that day, I ollied Post Office 9, which was like, I mean, that was
that'll hype you up. Yeah, if you do Tilden, and then you can go do, like, sometimes that's what you need to kind of just push you and get you to do the thing.
Oh man, no, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't ollied any 9 stairs since.
I've ollied a 9 stair gap, I guess technically, but I have not actually ollied a real like 9 stair.
Well, stairs are whack.
Yeah, I'm a gap guy. I like gaps.
You like gaps?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Gaps are less. I like gaps with grass.
Oh yeah.
It just mentally I can get over it. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, gaps are
Sorry,
weird.
I'm burping. You're burping a little bit, my bad.
Gaps are super, or even now are such a mind. I mean, skating is so mental. Yeah, for sure. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's like all mental.
So go back to Gallatin 10. Okay, so I
met Ben and Jared.
Ben and Jerry.
Not Ben and Jerry, the famous ice cream star friends.
So
shout out to Ben and Jared.
Yeah, same
Everyone
birthday.
gets shout outs today. Yeah, December 29th. Let's go.
So meeting them, I kind of met them before, but I remember this is like one of the first skate days.
Well, that's when. Sorry to cut you off, but like that's how I didn't go skate Dallas as much. That's why you guys became friends first, is because I was playing soccer still too, so I couldn't go.
Oh, yeah.
And then I quit soccer, and then I started hanging out with them more, and then I was able to go again.
Yeah. No, totally. I mean, you. I mean, that's so. Oh, sorry.
Not the best sound right now. Get some Velcro ASMR. Wait, one more. Ooh, that was good.
Well, long story short, there's not really much. It's just so memorable.
Yeah.
Seeing Jared and Ben ollie Gallatin 10.
Yes, they did it on this. That's when they were like rivals, like pushing themselves each other. Damn, I forgot about that.
They were this big.
Yeah,
no,
dude.
I'm just kidding. But no, they were about
little babies back then.
Yay high. But okay, so Gallatin 10. Gallatin 10 is it's a 10 stair, stretch 10 stair, right?
It's really like a 12 or a 13.
It's big. Yeah. It's super big. And
it's long. So you gotta have speed.
Yeah. So seeing I guess it's mostly Ben.
Yeah.
But Ben, when he ollied it, he stuck it and just ragdolled so hard. He like scorpion, which is where your head goes first and then your feet go over the back of your head like a scorpion.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's like seeing him ragdoll like 3 times was so memorable.
So memorable.
Oh, I mean, it was just so impressive.
Yeah.
To see him be so dedicated and.
Well, and when you're a little kid, you kind of can take it.
Oh my gosh, he just went so fast.
That's how I fucked my knees up.
Oh, jumping down stuff.
Just trying little gaps and falling 100 million times.
Yeah. No, and then
no, that's awesome.
It's all history from there. Actually, the best thing about, and this is why I love your Doodle Talk so much, is you and me. It's so cool how like our friendship has grown so naturally, but on the thing of like being in the same like mindset as artists.
Let's talk about that. Yeah, that's a good segue.
So like, I remember
because you're one of the only other friends that actually fucks around with like YouTube and stuff.
Well,
that I have.
I mean, we sure, but regardless of that is music.
Right. Yeah. Stuff. Art, music, YouTube, like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
So recording and stuff. Me and Sam have been recording around about the same time. I remember talking to you.
You've played violin on stuff before.
Yeah.
Remember I had you and Keegan over. Shout out Keegan. Let's go.
Oh yeah, shout out Keegan.
Yeah.
Okay.
You played bass.
Yeah, that's so good.
That was hard. It didn't turn out very good. I think I used it, but I couldn't record it. I couldn't record it very well back in the day.
I mean, personally, anytime I've tried to record violin for like a homie, it's
hard.
So hard.
Yeah.
No, but like, I mean, no, it's just like I remember like talking to you about music for the first time, and like, cause I was learning about recording and myself and about making music, and like, I remember we're like at Ben's house, and we're like just
like playing on the piano and stuff?
No, we were just talking in his backyard, and just like how amazing it was to finally to talk to someone for the first time. It was awesome making music.
Yeah.
You know? And how
because we were bedroom producers.
Yeah. We just do it ourselves in the bedroom. But
all the time.
Well, I mean it's crazy because it's so amazing to do that now, or just that's the norm to do.
Yeah, but we were like, we were using GarageBand back in like 2010, 2009,
way before that.
11.
I've used GarageBand. I made songs before we were friends.
Yeah, I guess that would be. I started when I was like 14 or 15.
Sure. Yeah. So I did GarageBand and made songs when I was like 11 or 12, but I used the stuff that was already there. So I just like.
Oh, like the presets?
So I organized.
I think everyone did when people didn't know about like plugins and stuff like that back in the day.
Yeah, no. There's like there's just a garage.
Using the preset sounds, like all the that kind of classic shit.
Yeah, no, just like really diving into recording. I mean, I still use GarageBand. I still use your interface that you gave me like 12 years ago.
You need a new computer too. You need a new laptop.
No, I don't. I don't need anything.
I want you to buy a new laptop so much. I don't need a laptop. I gotta buy this Pokemon card.
That's yeah.
Just
No.
kidding. Sell some Pokemon cards and then you can buy a laptop.
No, I mean I don't want I mean if we want to get into recording now,
well, because you got into like 4-tracks and stuff too.
I do have 4-track, yeah. I mean, but even I don't need. I just need like a good interface essentially, because I don't.
Right.
I like. All I need is.
That M audio is not that great of an interface though.
I mean, it's.
Shout out to the Volt.
The
UA
Volt. I
Volt.
know. I'm looking at.
It's really good. This thing's better than the Focusrite in my opinion. That red one that everyone has.
Oh. Wow.
But like that M audio could not power. This is an SM7B that could not power this.
Oh. See,
It could do this one. This one's okay.
well, I do it all wrong. I go line direct in. This is a 3. This
That's
is a
fine.
mic, right? So I go line, which is if I looked it up in a book once.
This is the same thing.
Well,
mean you
no.
don't use XLR?
Exactly. Yeah. I don't use an XLR.
That means you're not using phantom power. But these don't. This doesn't need to be an XLR. This doesn't need to have phantom power.
Oh, sure.
That's only a condenser
But
microphone.
I've been using 4-track anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I just do 4-track and upload it through that, which is
Right.
not a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Very just simple operations.
But
yeah.
it's very simple. Yeah. And shout out to Tim, because now I just
record stuff and send it to him.
Yeah, I know. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. So Tim is crazy because I sent him
Yeah,
the,
he's gotten
the
really good
worst.
at producing.
I sent him the worst like lyrics to mix with a song,
Mm-hmm.
and he could like and he makes.
Yeah,
it
he's
work
told
out.
me before. He's like, dude, it's so hard sometimes when Jace just sends me the fucking
I've
track,
stopped. Yeah.
and I'm like, can you re-record the vocals or like put it on a different
Right.
track? And Jace is like, nah. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude?
Well, no, I've totally gone digital with him because it's
Yeah.
way easier.
Yeah, it is. You can't send someone like a 4-track recording and be like, hey, produce
we
this.
did it. We did
Yeah, I
it.
know, but
I know.
it's not a long-term plan, you know.
Oh, the digital is way easier, huh? I
Yeah.
wonder-
Yeah. I mean, I've always used digital, but like I have a very
I'm not trying to do any. I'll do anything. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be. You know, I want to be open to any option.
Right,
you know,
right.
And that's like kind of the thing. You
Yeah.
know what? I like 4-track because
4-tracks are cool. The
the
thing is,
method,
they're also
yeah.
kind of expensive. Like weirdly enough, like if you want a good 4-track or like a 8-track, 16-track, I wanted to get a 16-track back in the day, but they were like $4,000 to
Yeah,
get like a
yeah,
good
yeah.
one. And then you have this giant thing.
There was an 8-track at the Frisco resale for $400.
See, right? But even that
That
is
was a lot
like
of money
really
back then.
expensive,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
for us back then.
Oh,
Where
that's so
like
much.
I got a SM58, the classic dynamic microphone, like the little pencil one, and that M audio, and then that's all I used for like 3 years, you know. But it's
Yeah.
funny because that's all you really need. Like, if the music's good enough or like the performance is good enough, you can get away with using like a shitty mic.
Well, no, being and for myself too, just being an artist or making music like that, I just want to, I just want to do it essentially, and like at a certain point, it's like, I you know, and I've learned myself as a musician, and that's why I want to get into like circuit bending and stuff. Is like I just like to have.
What do you mean circuit bending?
Like
making pedals and stuff?
No, just manipulating circuit
Like synths
boards
and stuff?
Yeah, just opening up toys and doing and
Oh,
messing with the circuit.
okay.
Well, just because I like to just
Like
I like to play-
electronics.
or sure.
Okay.
I just like to play any instrument.
Yeah.
And I don't want to like.
Sorry, I'm confused though. Do you mean like open up a synth and do it, or like anything that makes sound?
Well, do you know how it? You know the circuit bend. And so a circuit is just bending the circuit. I'm just no.
I know what you mean. I mean,
Sure. It's synthesizers. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cause like
Toys are
me
the
and
fun
Tim
ones.
took an audio electronics class.
Me too.
At Quad C, and
Me too.
I don't know what you mean by circuit bending, as in like using what?
Really just keyboards and toys.
Okay, that's what okay. That's what I was wondering. Like how you can open up like a old like a kid's toy keyboard, and if you fuck with it enough, you get it to make some like
Have you ever done
crazy
it?
sound. No. But I've seen people do it.
It's pretty. I haven't dived into it enough, but like I did like start opening up a couple things, and it's really cool because like your body is electrical current, and you just lick your fingers and like start touching stuff.
That's not
for
good.
real.
No, I know it is.
Yeah. And then
we've built like circuits before. You know,
you did in class.
Yeah, you solder them together and you do all that.
Wow, you guys.
What did you do?
I didn't. I took intro to composition.
No, I said audio electronics.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
You guys took that class?
Yeah, I mean, we took multiple. Me and Tim were in the same class. That professor actually was at UNT later when I went there too. It was cool.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you know
we were building like we had to build like
you know exactly what I'm
a pedal, and it had to have some kind of an effect.
Yeah. Wow, that's so cool. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but that's what I was asking you. Are you talking about pedals? Or are you talking about like people do that? What is it called? Like
you know what I'm
dumpster diving and grabbing the toys. Not actual dumpster diving, but like bargain hunting for broken shit and then making it make crazy sounds.
You know what
That's cool.
You know what I'm talking about though. Really is just manipulating.
Touching open circuits with your tongue and licking your... I just want to get fucked up on electricity.
No, I'm really just talking about manipulating and different like making your own.
Yeah, I know what you're
making
saying.
Your
yeah,
own instrument.
Yeah, like
and stuff,
messing with stuff and making cool custom like your own sounds.
Well, that style I feel like is instead of just playing a traditional instrument and stuff, like I want to play any instrument that I get my hands on. Same with recording. I just want to like I almost like restrictions because I can I just
you know what to do more.
Well, no,
I have like a path to take.
Or like I just like to use what's in front of me or like whatever resources, and then when there's like less resources, it's like kind of easier to kind of deal with,
Right.
I guess.
I know what you're saying.
So when I think about circuit bending, it's more of like the experimental side of just like
it's definitely experimental.
Getting your hands on it and going going with the flow.
Right. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Right. So that's kind of what I mean by circuit bending is like I just like to kind of like just play do
like mess with it, make whatever comes out.
Well, I'm just laughing that we're doing a podcast and like communication is like it's super hard for me sometimes. So it's
it's okay. I mean, I just wanted to clarify what you meant by circuit bending because I feel like there's a few different like circuit bending can mean a lot of different things.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's super broad.
Yeah. But for music, obviously, there's an umbrella. But I wanted to know like what it kind of. You never told me this before.
Oh, sure.
You're fucking keeping secrets.
I pulled a fast one on
the fuck, man.
Oh.
Now I gotta start circuit bending.
Well, no,
I'm more of an airbender though. So
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What? Okay, hold on. Not to derail this completely, but
we can't.
What element would you be? I was talking to Asami about this. We do this sometimes where, first of all, before that, what Pokemon type are you? Because I'll tell you what me.
What?
Okay. You are biased because you love Raichu so much, but I would agree. I think electric.
I feel electric sometimes.
Yeah, I know. You're fucking touching circuits.
No,
I was talking to Asami, and guess what do you think? What do you think I would be? What do you think either I would be or what we came up with? Okay, so it's either grass or electric. So we said probably grass electric.
That's what you would be.
Yeah, if you were a dual type, what do you think?
Oh, fire.
Fire electric?
Yeah, I thought fire type, but it's funny.
No, you can't. It can't be what you want it to be. It's got to be an honest what you think you would be. Because I wouldn't.
Guess psychic. I guess.
I think fairy electric.
Fairy. Well, that's not fair. Just kidding. Because we're
gonna cut that out.
That's not fairy. No.
It's not very cool of you.
That's not. No.
What? What's wrong with that? Fairy is sick.
It's really sick. It's just not traditional typing.
Dude, Fairy came out a long time ago.
I actually missed that generation. XY.
You missed it? You didn't play it?
No, I never played XY.
Oh, I played X and Y.
You did?
Yeah.
How is it good?
It's alright. It's pretty good.
You have a 3DS.
I chose the water starter and I don't like it.
The frog?
No.
I'm wearing this shirt.
No, that's not X and Y.
Oh, it's not? What is this? Is it black and white?
Yes, maybe. X and Y was the seal.
Yeah.
It was actually a good Pokemon. I just don't really like this. I wish I had gone with one of the other ones. I might be wrong. I could be another misremembering thing.
I'm just sounding hella cringe now, I guess, for the
not knowing. I'm a huge Pokemon. No, that's okay. That's how you know someone's real. Is like if they don't know every single thing about it, you know.
Yeah. No.
Keeps you grounded.
No, I am really curious. I want to buy a 3DS while I'm in.
Yeah, you should. I mean, you were saying that earlier. It's like you should definitely do it. I don't think they're that expensive. You know, when we're going to the skate park later. When we go there, we'll try and stop at Hard Off, and we'll see.
We're gonna start. Oh.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
We're getting real Hard Off.
Okay, before we skate.
Yeah.
Sounds
Hard
good.
Off is a store. For anyone, if you don't know, a really awesomely named store. Book Off kind of sounds like, oh, it's a bookstore. But Hard Off is just like.
I saw a clothes one.
Actually, I think it's a Book Off.
Oh, Book Off?
It might be both. I forgot. Like one floor is Book Off, one floor is Hard
I saw
Off.
Brand Off.
They have cards up there too, actually. So
Oh,
I want to show you.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, no. Shout out to Book Off.
Yeah.
Greatest store.
Good store. If you're ever in Japan and you're looking for like random, it's like a thrift store. It's like the closest thing you have to like a cool thrift store that's in Japan.
They have one in New York.
Really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's really
I think
special.
I've heard of that actually.
It's because they only have it in New York and California.
Yeah.
The one in New York is really cool. Yeah, the New York one is awesome. You know, because you can find you know, any type of DVDs and stuff. You know, not just like Japanese
bootlegs.
Yeah. You know, or I mean, you can find toys there too if you're. I mean, that's a whole other thing. But,
yeah, I had some friends who, when I first moved here, like within a month of living here, they were already like had a side hustle with like selling toys back to the States.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's cool, but it just seems like so much work, man.
I got into reselling in the States earlier this year. I tried to take it like real serious. No, I tried to. I'm just kidding. I'm trying to get used to
looking
doing
at
both.
the thing.
So.
Hey, but hold on. So. Thinking I'm grass, that's probably right. I would agree. Because I wanted to be kind of electric, but then Asami was like, I think you're grass electric. And I was like, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta ask Asami later, but I say fairy electric. What we talked about Asami. I was like, you're probably fairy psychic or like ghost fairy, something like that. Because she's like really nice, but loves like Resident Evil games and like horror and stuff. So it's kind of like you might not expect that from her. It's like if I liked, I don't know have a good example. If I like two different things, you're like, look at me like, oh, he seems like kind of a down-to-earth nice guy, and then I liked like I play rugby on the I'm in a fight club.
Yeah.
That would be
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Those are great typing for sure.
Yeah. Let us know down in the comments what you think you would be if you were a Pokemon type. We'll roast you. Well, if you give a good typing, we'll give you a thumbs up.
There you go.
Yeah.
And also your favorite Pokemon.
Yeah. Let us know your favorite Pokemon. What's yours?
Raichu.
Yeah, still.
Yeah.
Mine kind of changes, you know.
Me too.
I have an
Raichu
OG, but it kind of changes. You have Mew is sick.
Yeah.
Mew is hard not to choose.
What was your favorite growing up?
So my favorite was always Grovyle.
Wow, Grovyle.
Yeah. Trico's middle evolution.
Yeah.
Just so cool. It's got the grass coming out of his mouth too. That was my favorite evolution too.
Oh wow.
Like starter evolution. That and Bulbasaur.
So Gen 3 is your fave?
No, not necessarily. I'd say maybe Gen 2.
Gen 3 is really good.
Gen 3 is awesome. It's up there. I mean, the first 3 are probably my favorites.
Do you know how much Emerald version is on the second on
Oh,
eBay?
like how much does it cost?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
It's like over
like the
$100
OG. Yeah, I
for
can see
the
that.
Game Boy.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Game Boys and stuff are really expensive too. Like still
Game Boy.
good functioning ones.
Wow. Oh, the SP is like
that was
really
one of my favorites.
Yeah, those are great. Those are.
I had the red one.
Out here, they're hella expensive. Like an SP's like over $100. They're more
probably.
than like, you know what.
You might be able to find a cheaper one like in Akihabara or
right.
something.
You're
Yeah.
right.
But no, they're all pretty expensive.
Yeah. For what it is.
But hold on, Grovyle, and then it's hard because like I love Smeargle too. Smeargle has become one of my favorite. I've always liked him back in the day because of that short in front of the second movie, I think, Pokemon 2000, the short where they're in the jungle gym, the intro movie that they play before the movie, where they're all in like the giant like it's like a New York City like jungle gym or whatever, and it's got all the Pokemon like running around, like the tires and stuff.
Yeah.
Smeargle was in that one. That was super sick. maybe Bulbasaur's like third.
Yeah. What's really cool is so like for the cards and stuff. And this is like kind of a fun topic, or I mean, just to mention for the cards is so. Like for me, I do Raichu is my favorite, and I will buy like any Raichu card, mostly because they're like pretty cheap, anyways.
Right.
But really, like, it doesn't have to do with your favorite Pokemon. It's like the art for the card.
Right. It's a little different when you're working with the cards.
With the card, I know, and that's what's kind of cool is like, which I do love about the cards. Is it's like it is one thing about it's a game and all that stuff, and like you do collect your favorite characters, but it comes down to a lot of the artist. The more you get into
you're good. Sorry.
The more you get into it, you really, like myself, or at least it's you
start following certain artists, especially with Pokemon. I feel like they go back to a lot of the same ones. They're even in One Piece, they're starting to do that where certain artists have made like 3 or 4 different alt arts and stuff, or just regular arts for
they
the
do
cards.
It for the new set Ichigo Ichi. They which is kind of cool. They had each artist do a evolution line.
Oh,
it's really sick.
Well, that's why they all go together.
Yeah. Tomokatsu, he did Gengar and Ghastly, which is so sick. And I actually realized that I should probably try to find that.
Yeah.
But
if we could buy packs.
Yeah. No, but freaking that's kind of fun. So like a good example of the art, right, is it's fine. I suck at names, but like Torkoal. Yeah. The fire, the tortoise. Yeah. So like there's
Flannery's Pokemon. From
back in the
day,
so there's a really amazing art one of there's one of my favorite cards is a Torchic. Or see, I'm trying.
Torchic.
I always think of Torchic.
Torkoal, right?
Torkoal, yeah. See, I want to say Torchic.
It's pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah. But so there's one of my favorite cards is a Torkoal.
Yeah. You're gonna say it wrong every time now.
But I also have a tortoise at home too, and
oh yeah, do you still have that tortoise?
Of course. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
They live to like 100.
You didn't throw it away?
They live to like 100 years old.
Does that one though?
Yeah, they
normally
do.
It's the big ones, no?
No, they the size matters on the
size
cage.
Matters?
On the cage.
You mean the shell?
No,
like the cage where you keep them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they'll grow as big as you live.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't know if that was all of them or just some of them.
Right. Yeah. So tortoise live for so long. It's kind of crazy. So
the art on the cards. That is a really interesting aspect.
Well, yeah. So like Torkoal is never like my favorite Pokemon ever. Right. But then like there's one card of Torkoal just of like blowing out hella smoke.
Yeah.
And it's like actually like a 6 stoner card.
Yeah.
Totally. And it's like and I mean the art is great. It's just a great card, and regardless of the character.
Yeah, but there's cool like niches like that too, or when like Pokemon does something weird like that, like obviously it's not like a smoking reference like per se, but it's like some cards become more fun because of that kind of thing. Or like
I posted on 420 because it's just like it's like him like exhaling and like all around. It's
420 blaze it.
Yeah, they might know.
I mean that's funny. No, I know, but like kids seeing that aren't gonna think that like right away, right?
Not.
It's like with the banned Misty card or whatever, right?
Oh yeah.
What is it called? I forgot.
Misty's Tears,
yeah.
The American version, or that's a cool one too.
Kasumi no Namida or something, yeah. Because her name's not Misty in Japanese. I forgot about that. I think it's Kasumi. I forgot.
The American version is Squirtle like wiping the
tear away.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Yeah, but the Japanese one has her like it's like silhouette. She's not naked, but she's like naked silhouetted. But yeah, that makes that card more interesting and more cool. Like no one would care about the Squirtle card. Wiping away the tears,
They do care more about the band one.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's just cool when stuff like that happens, and then there's like history with it, know.
So I
like the Pokemon Snap cards, like that whole collection
those
is
are
crazy.
I know, actually.
That would actually be one that that would be cool to have.
Yeah.
Which is a bad choice because it's like some of the most expensive.
50,000 plus. Yeah. Those I love that those are the more I like thought about like how cool that those are the like.
And it was from like a
expensive
contest that kids took pictures
Yeah.
of or
I
whatever
mean,
too. Like
but-
that just makes it even cooler because it's like
Yeah.
so pure.
Sure.
It's not like
And you remember
it's not a
going to
forced
Blockbuster,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
Did you go to Blockbuster and like you can go and play the Pokemon Snap game at the Blockbuster?
Oh,
and it
yeah.
prints off the
Oh
photos.
yeah,
you
yeah,
took.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
I
it's the
forgot
same
about
style. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
I love how that is like
Yeah, they didn't
one of the
change
most
it.
expensive.
that. Yeah.
And it's like it's so
Super low poly, just
Yeah.
those like blocky. Yeah, it's so good.
So I work in an art gallery and I do art handling and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you know partially why I got into that was during the pandemic. You know, I got back in. I realized like how to collect Pokemon cards essentially. You know, and
You're better like appraising art and things and like thinking of it in that way.
Well,
Is that what you mean?
Well, yeah, totally, handling and stuff. But like, it more or less just everything became full circle whenever like I started doing art handling because I was like, oh, this is the same thing as Pokemon
Right.
cards.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? And I love bringing that
Essentially.
up. Essentially, I love bringing that up too.
Yeah,
because
I hate like fine art stuff like that. I would so much rather everyone just be
Cards.
looking for Pokemon
I know,
cards.
and
It's funny.
that's
You're like,
what,
is that a Monet? I'm like, I sleep, bro. I don't give a shit about a Monet. And they're like, is that a Pokemon Snap Pikachu? I'm like, oh shit, where is it?
exactly.
Like, this is my Van Gogh. It's an original. I'm like, Van Gogh? Actually, I love Van Gogh.
I
so
will
it's not
say
example,
one
but-
thing though,
Yeah.
and I think you might agree on this. So I mean, this is an example, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so Tomokatsu
Yeah.
Scream promo of
Yeah.
Psyduck, right?
Yeah.
That's like
super sick card.
yeah, really cool, super expensive, right? So there's multiple copies of that card, right?
Mhm.
But if Tomokatsu, like you can go, I mean, I don't know the exact value, but of asking these artists, but I do know of someone that has he's contacted the artist from
Mhm.
Pokemon, they draw them an original picture
Yeah.
and send it to them.
Yeah, it gets scanned or incorporated into the.
Well, like pretty much they can.
Oh, you mean this one was special?
No,
They were also selling the original work.
Well, no, nothing with the cards. Just buying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The
buying
original art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buying the original artwork.
Yeah.
For like $200.
200.
Oh, sorry. Really though, like less than $500, right?
What?
Yeah, for original. This is like not necessarily an art piece thing. But
No, I
more-
know.
But like
I've seen some of those
mean, there's
original
some,
arts of the
right?
cards and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
especially the ones that like connect when you see them all like lined up and stuff.
Sure. Well, like just original art from that artist is way cheaper than.
Oh, I get
card.
it. Like
You
if
know what
someone
I'm
just
saying?
wanted to buy a print from them.
Yes.
Yeah. Like to put it in that perspective.
Yeah, right. Like to buy
Like,
the original print.
This Pokemon card is $50,000 that I drew, but if you just wanted a print, like an 8x10
or
print,
original drawing.
or an original
from that
drawing, it's like
artist.
$50.
Something
Yeah,
like
I
that,
get what
yeah.
you mean. Yeah,
and
it's
like
totally different.
and there's
That's
actually
funny.
way more copies of that card. Probably
Wait,
by
what was the
1,000.
thing that you were like? I think you'll agree though.
Oh, just like how ridiculous it is that it's silly that
That the Pokemon cards, like thinking of it on the other hand too.
well, like just
Well,
being
all
an
that stuff is
original
silly.
artist.
Everything's silly.
Everything is
Spending
silly.
any money for like art just based on it being like special or like limited, like it's at the end of the day, like it's silly.
Sure.
I totally
there's-
understand it. I
yeah.
100% understand it.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
that kind of stuff. If it's like a limited serialized thing that I really like, yeah, I'll try and get it. I'll spend a little money.
Yeah,
but
it could be fun.
yeah, it's
also,
fun.
yeah.
Buying things is fun. But at the end of the day, when people buy like a fine art piece for like $100,000 or
I will
something, I'm just like, why?
I-
Like,
I
it's
will
I've
s-
never understood it.
Sure, but I do like I do understand like compare it if I was to compare the cards to the art world and how they and selling an original piece compared to like a rare card,
Sure.
I would say there is a really amazing part of like just the original work obviously
Yeah.
it is
I
so
mean, mostly
amazing,
too for like dead people
sure
who it's like an artist from like 300 years ago, where like they've just been put on a pedestal, and it's only famous and only expensive,
Yeah.
mostly just because it's expensive and famous. Like most of the time, I feel like I would want to pay more for just a like random indie artist that I like their work more. You know, I would so much rather pay them more money for something, for an original, than like a fine art kind of thing where I have no connection to that thing.
Well, that's a big part too. Is a connection to it. You know,
Yeah.
like that is.
But some big fancy art people
don't do that.
It's
No,
not a
no,
connection.
no.
It's just what you do.
I've
you know?
had people.
It's like buying real estate to some people.
Oh, it is.
I know.
It's all
That's what I mean.
investment.
Yeah, it's investing money, and it's like, oh, that's fucking the worst thing in the world that art could ever become.
I've had
So
stories.
that's terrible.
And
you're helping people buy it, Jace.
Sure.
You're
it's
a
cool.
demon.
No, it's funny. I mean, I've had stories where there's you know, you have the art laid out and you're just art handler. You know, you don't want to say anything. You're not a salesperson. And then like
Right.
I've heard stories where the really, you know, the buyer, really rich person's like, which one do you like?
Oh no.
And they're like, that one's pretty cool. And like, I'll take that one. There's no personal
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of funny though.
And then it is funny.
Yeah.
But you know, also long story short, you
Yeah.
know, like being an artist and like the whole, you know, I did think it was kind of comical, and that's why I do like the cards, is because it is like a funny thing about capitalism.
Yeah.
And slash like, you know, it's like it's Pokemon, which is it's enjoyable, you know, but it's kind of, in my sense, it's kind of funny to me, where it's like
It is funny. It's silly. It's kind of like.
But I like that, you know,
Yeah, I
compared
do
to
too.
like the art world where people are like, you know, just like the value of art. I've worked with a Picasso piece before, right? And so I've been sitting there making a day rate on a job, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, why is that piece of art $50 million?
Exactly.
And I'm like, sorry, I mean, maybe it was 20 million or something, but I'm just like,
Still.
like, that object right there is worth so much money. So I mean, it's a Picasso, right?
Yeah.
So whatever, but it's like,
I mean, give the
it's
artist their due,
postmodern.
obviously. Yeah, sure, but I don't know. I'm super cynical when it comes to that. Like,
But
people
Pokemon
who,
is right. The cards are right there behind, like, just like the whole art. It's kind
they
of fun.
are, but I would argue the Pokemon cards are even more valuable. Like, for the people who like Pokemon cards inherently,
argue
because
it
you can
too,
play
yeah.
them, you can play with them too.
Well, like, because what you're saying is, it's only valuable because somebody says it is, and if more people say it is,
it's
valuable,
only so valuable. I like
Sure,
any
sure,
Picasso
sure.
painting. He is a cool artist, breakthrough, very inventive.
Yeah.
Sure, there's a set price that I would always agree that, like, 10,000, whatever you want to
for
call
fine
it.
art too.
But
yeah,
like
it
when
makes
it just becomes 500 million, like I was about to say, like the Mona Lisa, like cool.
Yeah.
I guess it's cool. Like, do I want to go see the Mona Lisa? No, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Why is it so expensive? You know, like I know, and it's like, it's a stupid take because it's like there's so much history. You know, Da Vinci,
Yeah.
right? That was Da Vinci, right?
What?
I'm
Mona Lisa?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Leonardo, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, I was confusing some of the other guys.
I didn't even know Pablo Picasso was postmodernist.
Yeah.
I was like,
No,
I
I mean,
old as, really old. Yeah, I didn't.
Well, he
realize.
started out doing more traditional stuff, and then went into like the weird abstract stuff, you know.
Yeah, I saw the back of that painting, which that was probably the coolest part, was seeing the back of it. And
Yeah.
it was dated like 1969.
Right. Yeah. Nice.
Something around
Yeah.
that. Maybe 1960 in the 60s.
I don't want to sound like a hater. It's just like I think
not
people
69.
put way too much importance on some of these like art pieces. Where like Da Vinci makes Mona Lisa, I don't think he would. Some of these people, I don't think they would even be. They're like, why is it just in a glass case, and why do people care so much about? Like, I'm sure you would be happy that it's this phenomenon that it is, and that it's like.
It's weird.
I don't know, man. It's probably like slightly because of my age, because I don't really have any connection to that kind of stuff, and I don't really love a lot of like traditional art. So I'm already in a bad position there. It's like you like what you like, and I'm not trying to just hate on the Mona Lisa, but I do think it's really stupid and silly how much importance and how much money people put into this kind of stuff. Because then it just, like we said, it becomes an investment. It just becomes a piece of the puzzle for a bunch of like rich people who don't give a fuck about art.
Yeah. I know, and I do love to remind the sales staff that the salespeople.
You're all evil.
No, that this is like Pokemon cards. And which is
this is a lot like Pokemon.
this is like, and I tell them, I'm like,
more than they think, more than they know,
more
dude.
than they
more
know.
than they know, more
but
than they know.
at the same time, there is what I've learned, like working with I've worked with older artists in their studios.
Yeah.
That's like a cool part of the job is like
That is
actually
cool.
working with being with the artist. And
Yeah.
a lot, there's a lot of legit stuff to it with like technique and like how it's done, how long they've been doing it.
Oh, sure.
But honestly,
I'm not trying to sell any of the artists short.
Sure, me too. But I will say
Full respect and full props to anyone who's making fine art or modern art or anything like.
But
yeah.
To kind of like bring this all together to like it being because I love your show because it's about being an artist.
Right. Just in general. I try to make it kind of just in general with a focus on drawing, animation kind of stuff. Yeah.
But like it's actually amazing and refreshing to watch your show because you are very open about your experience about being an artist.
That's good. Yeah. I hope so.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to be too complainy.
You complain
sometimes.
So much.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining, but like.
You never complain.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just be nagging about my. Don't touch me, dude. What the fuck?
Same.
Now that they didn't, it was supposed to be.
You've never
we were
been
just
touched
like
before.
I've heard on my show.
On your show.
How do you know?
Can we cut that out?
All right, let's
Oh no! To wrap it up.
Yes. Okay.
To wrap it up. I just I being an artist isn't about, in my opinion, necessarily what you make. It's about essentially like just understanding the process of being creative.
Ooh, yeah, I like
stuff.
that.
Totally.
I kind of agree a lot.
Sure.
I agree. I think it's like being an artist. It's more about like the because here's the thing, like it's about expression, right? And like how you feel about it and how it makes you feel, right? Kind of like what you were saying, because if you're really an artist or someone who like likes to create, there's something weird fucked up within you that's like making you do that stuff.
Sure. And
you're just doing it for the process. Yes, exactly. There's some weird natural thing that's just pushing you to create this stuff, and you don't know why, because you start out and you look at your stuff and it's shit. You're terrible. Your music sounds awful. You listen to yourself singing for the first time and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Build me a bridge so I can jump off of it. I'm not getting over it. I'm jumping off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then there's this weird thing that happens. You go to bed, you wake up the next day and you're like, that was kind of fun. That was kind of cool. I want to keep creating stuff.
Yeah.
And then you're fucked because then you're just an artist and then you're like, I have no money. No.
Well, then you realize
then you gotta get savvy.
Well, you realize that you understand passion.
You understand how the world works a little bit too. You gotta learn how that works.
Well, regardless of like being what artist is stuff, I think that everybody is an artist or can be, and it's not. And it's not about being an artist; it's about being creative.
Sure. So like anyone can tap into that thing that I was talking about.
Yeah.
I 100% believe that.
Yeah.
When people say like, I'm not creative or I'm not an artist, it's like, yeah, you are. You're just not trying, or like haven't found the right thing. I really don't subscribe to that.
Sure. Yeah, and it's kind of what's the word we're in? It's a social standard. It's just a misconception.
Yeah.
And like, see, I find like doing the cards and stuff. Like being an artist. Sorry. Before, all my hobbies had to do with making stuff,
music, making art, stuff,
skating, and all stuff. This is very hard stuff to do. It's and so like whenever I kind of got into the card stuff, it was a very nice relief to like just be into something kind of so black and white.
Yeah.
And then, but also there was the creativity. There's a creativity to it,
right?
If you're talking about market stuff and just like finding whatever,
just collecting what you like. There's certain things. Right? It's not the most creative thing, obviously.
No. But that goes to what I'm saying with like even just having a normal job, and like trying to make money and stuff. It's like get creative with it instead of like and by getting creative, you can you do so much more.
Yeah.
Or at the same time,
do something you enjoy more.
Well,
yeah, it can be hard. It's hard to get to that point.
But the being creative can also means you're doing something that someone else is not doing, and that could be very successful, whatever, you know.
It leads to a lot of like new things, or leads to new opportunities for you.
Well, I see artists all the time like being really bummed out about like them having to work a normal job, and it's like no, you are just surviving. And, but being an artist, you don't turn off being an artist ever. It's what
that's
you do,
really important.
And just bring creativity to everything. Yeah, essentially.
Just because your art isn't your full-time job does not mean you're not an artist. Yeah. Like, that's, you said it really well. Like, that's the people, because I feel like I've felt that before, you know, too. Is like, oh, I'll never be able to keep making art because I'm like teaching at this school like 5 days a week or whatever, right? And it's like, you should, like we were saying, like our dream would be work 4 days a week doing whatever we're doing, and then still have enough time to do all of the art kind of stuff we want to do, right? Like if just looking at it, like if you had to have a different job, right?
Yeah, and like you're never not working. I know for yourself, like if you have a day off, you're doing something.
I'm doing this. Yeah. Or drawing and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I watched your videos. You which is so helpful, you know. For myself to also try to stay productive.
It helps me when if I say something, like I gotta do it, you know.
That's sick.
Yeah.
No, totally. I think it's it could apply to so many. Being an artist can apply to like so much more, you know, and you know, just everyday life.
I like this because I say artist a lot too, but I like to just keep it as like creative as well. Like if you're a creative person, because you know, you could work a normal job, but you just have fun making little brochures for like something, or like making notes for people on a desk or something. Even that little thing, like tapping into the creativity and being able to do it, like it's gonna bring you at least some amount of joy, you know. It's gonna keep the furnace burning, you know, keep your fire burning.
And being creative is the key to succeed, you know, because you're like you know, there's more options essentially in that, by definition, you know.
Everyone should just do what they want to do, but like just remember that if you've ever thought about doing something creative or like doing art stuff, like you should just go for it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Just go for it and just give it a shot, you know. Or just find, because sometimes you have to keep trying, and then you find the thing that you're like, oh, I didn't know I can do this, or like this is cool, you know, I'll try this. And I don't know, it might not work, but I think everyone has the potential to do creative things if they really want to.
Yeah, no, it's something that everybody should not to shy away from. That's the thing, because it's not, you know, just, you don't have to be like this unique whatever weirdo person to like be this artist. Like, no, I mean, it's creativity is everyday thing.
Yeah, it's just, it sucks because like sometimes when you are being creative and you're just being yourself, you get looked at as an outsider, right? If you're like, I wear a pink denim jacket and pink jeans every day, people will be like, that's pretentious, like who's this guy? But maybe it's just really what makes you happy, you know? Like probably most of the time that guy might be a douchebag, so who knows.
I mean, there
99% of the time it's probably just somebody who wants to just be themselves, but people are like, it's not okay to just like be yourself sometimes, you know.
You gotta accept everybody for who they are.
I mean, do you remember wearing skinny jeans for the first time?
Oh yeah,
dude, like skaters. Like I remember Lil Wayne wore skinny jeans, and he got shit, and he was like the biggest rapper at the time, you know. It's crazy. No, but then things change. So always, things change and things become cool that weren't cool. So
I mean, honestly, the whole being an artist too this day and age is not like how it was in the past. And people think it is, and like people think music is this or this. Music is
sound
is nothing. I mean, I'm sorry, like traditionally how music was is that you make records and you sell records.
Oh, yeah.
That's nothing.
No, streaming and everything has changed it. I mean, just everything. Social media has changed
and
everything.
Then when being an artist and like making paintings and selling, that's different too, you know? And like, I want to say that because I want the audience out there to help figure out what is
art. Yeah.
No, what is going on? What is like because it's actually really, I honestly think that people are living in the past on traditional, how art is traditional, how traditional art worked, I guess. And like, it's funny, like we're talking about creativity and stuff, and like that art should not be ever like a thing, you know. But as creativity goes, you know, it should be like there should be no standard, I guess.
Right.
But I mean, we're talking about money and stuff, and there has to.
Yeah, there are realities to everything.
Yeah.
But just on a base level, right? Like, be creative. You can be creative. You can make art. You can do things if it's what's gonna give you like joy and fulfillment. And you shouldn't. There's a standard, and there's people making money, which is like, for every good, there's like the evil side to it. But sometimes you're like, I'm glad that exists, because if you couldn't sell yourself or do an ad, there would be nobody on YouTube, and there would be no independent artists and stuff. You know.
Well, here I recently talked to at work. There was an art handler. He was talking about how he hates how people YouTubers call their stuff content. And it's like, because art is so much more. Like, you make something, it's not just like a thing for someone to digest.
Yeah, I get it. But what do you call it? Videos?
I agree. I mean, it's.
I think most people who even say like I'm a content creator, most of them admit like I don't like saying that, but it's just something that people know, and I don't want to sit there and talk to them for 10 minutes explaining what a YouTuber does, or like, you know, there's that kind. I understand what that guy is saying.
Me too. I also understand with like actually making like the whole idea of content.
Yeah, it literally is content.
We live in that world.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's good to like always, I guess, remember what you're actually doing.
Of course. I mean, I lean more to that side of like, like art should be art for art's sake and stuff. But I don't know, dude. Because the thing is, when you start to grow up, you get a little bit older. At least for me, I realized, and I've talked about this before a little bit, where it's like, you think you want to just like, I'm just gonna make music and it's gonna be what I want, and I'm gonna make it work or whatever. And then you get a little bit older and you realize like, oh, I don't have to sell out, but I could like promote myself in certain ways, or I could do this thing a certain way. Like, if you really want to make it and be successful, you do have to like come to grips with like reality. You can't just be like, I make finger painting in the woods and my art will find its way into the world and I'll become famous. It's like, no, you won't, dude. You're gonna be homeless in 10 years.
I mean, dude, that's like myself trying to just be in this world now, making art stuff. It's hard to do. Like, I like so like the video stuff. Like, I love making YouTube videos. And that part is great, but like, this is the weirdest part because it seems like the easiest part, but it's so hard for me to post, to get it out there, to like, and it's weird.
It's hard. Figuring out how you're approaching things is hard, man.
Yeah, but it was like never a, you know, I grew up more or less with the internet, you know, and like I was there when all this stuff started, so it's not like necessarily so foreign. I've like always.
No, but it's still hard.
It's getting harder.
It is, and you have to start thinking about. You have to keep track of things and think about it in certain ways, and
hopefully I look back on it.
It's different from being a consumer and being a like producer of like videos and art and content. You know.
Yeah. For sure, I think it's good to even. It's funny with like the cards and stuff. If I just, I'm like a normal person that likes, you know, I'm very normal when it comes to that stuff. So if you kind of think yourself, same with YouTube. If you think of yourself as a consumer and kind of go with like, and use that as like your research essentially, you know,
right.
like I understand the card market because I'm a consumer.
Exactly.
In that market,
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and like I'm like
not everyone.
I'm not unique in any way.
Right. Well, and not everyone knows as much, or is into the same things as you are. So you have to remember that too.
That definitely could go.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Totally. But
that can make it harder to post things, or like know what you should post. You know.
Yeah. I mean.
Or how you should post it.
It's kind of like what you said is like kind of integrating into society your stuff into it. I mean, I don't know. It's like I like the fun part and not the not fun part.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone would agree with that. Like, it's fun to do the thing, but then it sucks to like sit down and do the dirty work that you don't like. You know.
Sure. Yeah. No, I think that's what I'm trying to work on now. Is bring you know, kind of like Rico and I are doing something called Cuddle Puddle.
Yeah.
And it's you know, yeah. So like, you know, my YouTube is Cuddle Puddle TV.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
I've given it a shout out before.
Oh, you have. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. So like, there's like I want to actually do more drawing and start drawing more, because like that essentially like those little doodles and stuff could be great for marketing, or so, you know, it's like
you
it's
can
like
use them in certain ways.
yeah, and it's kind of, or you know, creating the style and, you know, making it come to life.
Yeah. I'm in that phase too, where I'm trying to like make things more cohesive.
Man.
But no, I want to make things like everything that I make, I want it to be a little more cohesive and kind of exist within like a world of itself.
Sure.
So that's kind of my main thing that I'm working on right now. So I totally feel you.
I loved the Doodle Island.
No, yeah, nice, thank you. I'm kind of, so Doodle Island that's one of the things, but there's another kind of like doodle universe that I'm kind of making right now.
Doodle Uni.
No, it's called Doodle Yo, but it uses the kanji for world.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
like
cool.
sekai, but one of the kanji.
Kanji's
So I can
hard.
do a lot of fun things where I can do like, cause it's also, you know, Yotsubato,
I think so.
the girl with the green hair. It's a really popular manga.
Oh, maybe.
It's really cool. It's kind of cutesy, like nichijou, everyday life kind of stuff. But it's got a ring to it, like Yotsubato. It means like Yotsuba, and I think sometimes they do in the English, but the
Yotsubato,
Japanese has a really good ring to it. So like Doodle Yo, it's like, what's that? It's a doodle, yo. Like, it's just got a bunch of different things, and
I love that.
it's as far as I've tried to see, I'm pretty sure it's like an original idea. So yeah, instead of just calling it Doodle World, or like, because I could do both. I could do multiple things with it. So it's very versatile, and that's what I want it to be. And that's gonna kind of encompass all the stuff. But it's gonna be kind of like a lot of the characters that I make, like some of the kind of like yokai spirit, kind of like more fun doodly type characters. I'm gonna like try and place them in there, and that's why I've been learning Blender, the 3D software.
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
I'm wondering where you're going with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna mix like some of the 3D stuff with 2D animation, and I'm gonna try and make like little, like, I'll have a character, and it'll be like one of the things is like if it's a lantern or something, and then there's a character who's like the yokai lantern, or the lantern yokai, and then it'll be like a cool illustration or something that I make, or a little looped animation. Like this will be 3D, and this might be 2D, or there'll be like animated 2D stuff. I'm trying to make it mix everything. Yeah, and I want it to exist in this world, because I'm so bad about like making everything I have like kind of a style, like sort of. You could probably tell that most of my drawings are me, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't exist in like some people are so good though. Like you'll see the work they make, and it's all like Pokemon cards too. A lot of those illustrators is like, I know that's him, like right away from seeing it.
Rico really, Momoko. That's the author's name, I think. Oh man, I feel so bad. So there's an artist that she okay, so like the example of like just the style, like it was actually really interesting, because she has a book where she just talks about her daily life stuff, and and she has little doodles in between each part. That's
cool.
And like they're so simple, like it's a smiley face, like a sun smiley face, and that it's just a smiley face, right? And like I know that's her drawing, and I was looking
just
at
something that simple. There's a
that
style
simple.
to
It's
it.
a circle and smiley face.
That's when you know you really got a good style.
It's funny, you know what I realized what it was eyebrows, which is, I mean, even that is like, you know,
but the way they drew the eyebrows.
So, yeah, it's really, I mean, I realize that because I draw smiley faces. I never draw eyebrows.
Right.
You know,
like the classic smiley face icon.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what it was.
There's not a lot of eyebrows.
And there's just eyebrows. I know, like, should I get into drawing
eyebrows? I think that's what I've been lacking, dude. I need eyebrows.
Yeah. No,
that's funny.
Yeah, no, I just like, I mean, that I totally agree for sure. That was, yeah, I mean, building
an identity, a brand, building a world. It's really hard.
Yeah, well, even like going back to like just working with older artists and stuff, like you really see that like it does go to technique, you know, and that does with style.
And that comes with experience and testing. Yeah.
and never stop.
Never stop.
Never stop going
Trying.
for it and making art.
Yeah. All right, so we got to close out soon, but let's talk about Yokohama real quick. Yeah, we got to go skate. Sorry, guys. We got to get out of here.
Yeah, we got to go skate.
We are going to Yokohama tomorrow for the Pokemon Worlds Championships.
Wow.
And Pokemon World Championships, and
2023.
It's gonna be sick. This is the first time. I still don't know how this is possible. Where this is the first time it's been in Japan.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
How?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't know that was how that. I didn't know that fact, but I do know that it's like everywhere.
It is, right? This is the first time Worlds has been in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I've looked it up and heard that multiple times.
Yeah. I mean, it's
normally
it's a
North
big
America.
Deal. It's a big deal that it's in Japan this year.
Well, yeah, that's why they're going so ham. But we're stoked. We're really excited. We're gonna go check out. First of all, Yokohama is sick. If you come to Japan and you're in Tokyo area, like Shinjuku, I wouldn't recommend it over like Shinjuku and Shibuya because you gotta go check those places out too. But if you have any space or like you're not sure about where to go, Yokohama is sick. Yokohama's awesome. You're gonna like it a lot.
So the gallery I work at, they were actually just in Yokohama for art fair.
There you go.
It's funny.
There's a lot of art and stuff in Yokohama. It's a really cool like kind of. There's a lot of artists and there's a lot of like creativity and stuff in that city.
My boss, who's from New York, he was so funny. He described Yokohama as New Jersey.
I was gonna say like. It's on the bay.
It's on the water.
On the bay. It's on the water.
City.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's not
really
wrong.
Fun. I know.
But I think
was really fun.
no offense, but I think Yokohama might be a little bit better than.
I
New
think.
Jersey.
I've never been. So.
I've never been in New Jersey, so yeah, I can't really speak. I
I've
think
been
a lot
in
of
New
New Jersey people would probably agree, though.
I've been in New Jersey, and without getting anybody mad,
there you go.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm from New York.
I heard.
Get out of here.
I've been to Newark, New Jersey, which is one of the highest crime rates in the country.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And you didn't get stabbed, so that's always good.
Yeah, there's a skate spot over there that was in this abandoned factory. Sorry, it was an old abandoned area. A car. Yeah, I mean, it was actually it's so sketchy. You walk in, it's just all abandoned cars and stuff, and and it was just it's called Shorty's. Yeah.
Shorty's.
It was actually sick. Me and Anthony went there.
Oh, that's cool.
And you just go there and bring like a 12-pack and skate. And stuff.
Shred it up.
But it's crazy. It's like it's really eerie.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, dude, that's actually where there's like mob shit. So.
All right, well, back to Yokohama.
Oh yeah. Anyways.
There's a few like Pokemon things. We don't have any tickets to anything.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get into any like special events.
I'm just hoping to get some promos. I guess,
yeah, we're looking for promos. We're gonna be hopping around to some shops. There's
YouTubers.
like the Pikachu. Yeah, we're gonna go stalk some YouTubers. No. That'd be cool. That'd be cool to run into people, especially in Japan. That's so weird. Like if we did run into somebody.
Yeah.
I would not mind asking them for a picture, like chatting it up with them if they're free. Like that would be pretty cool.
I know I haven't talked to you about this, but there's one YouTuber. His name's Pokemon Steven. Shout out to him. Yeah,
come on, Steven. Come on my podcast.
Yeah. He's like a YouTuber that has like 1,000 followers.
That's
not
cool.
big at all. And,
yeah.
Like even.
You should message him.
I have messaged him, and they talked about meeting up, but I can't. You don't want to sound.
Yeah. That's cool though.
No, but but like that, even just like meeting someone,
like-minded people.
Like-minded people.
Yeah, especially if you're smaller. Like that's the cool thing. If it's another small, I would be even more stoked to meet if there was somebody like me with like 200 subscribers doing like kind of an art thing who was also there. I would be so stoked to meet that person.
Yeah, totally.
And just like build a connection with them,
Yeah, that's who I'm like trying to meet up with.
Yeah, but no, there's a few people definitely who are like bigger there who will be there as well. So that'd be kind of cool to like I don't know how we run
art
into
walks. Like that's like the one thing I know.
Art walks?
Yeah.
Oh,
like there is like
we gotta go find the manholes, the manhole covers that they did.
There's a Raichu one.
Yeah, there's some custom Pokemon ones that are sick. That one showcase that you showed me that was just like the case with all the cards in it in that like shopping mall district or whatever.
Yeah, no, and then there's like these giant ones that are like 3D 3D.
Oh yeah. You were like, we got to go check that out. I'm down. I want to see that. That's like what I'm actually more interested in doing.
There's like giant dancing Pikachu.
No, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And like the thing I'm most excited for is the Pikachu parade that they're gonna be doing at night, and that's gonna be sick.
So
dude.
wait, we need to talk about.
Yeah, we haven't planned any of this out.
Well, no, tomorrow's the opening, right? So.
No, I think it started today.
Okay.
Some of it.
Yeah.
Some of the events I think started today, as
For
early
sure,
as today or yesterday. I think Worlds starts tomorrow, like the actual competition.
Is there opening ceremony?
Yeah, Pikachu's running in with the flame. It's like,
lighting the torch.
To be a master.
They're gonna get the original, the guy that sang the original.
I wanna be. That would be sick. That's not what they do in Japan. That's totally different songs. And
Totally.
Stuff,
Oh man, the animation they made for Yokohama was sick.
That video.
So good.
That was so cool.
It's so funny watching, being like,
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, like, whoa, this is so cool. I just felt like kind of like a kid, being like,
oh yeah.
Wow, this is cool. You know.
That's what happens when you see cool videos.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, no, but like it's a special occasion, so yeah, it's different because we're gonna be there, so it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, no, that animation was sick. I love that. Yeah. Even like a newer Pokemon movie, like the animation was like was good.
Have you seen any of the recent ones? I haven't.
There was one on.
I wanted to see the monkey one.
Oh right. Yeah. There was one on the one before that. Just the animation style was sick. It was kind of like a little over the top, you know, kind of. I mean, in general, like new. I watched
the newer season was really good animation. They changed up the style a little bit. Yeah. I liked it.
Just in, like I mean, it's crazy how nice newer animation.
Yeah, it's too nice sometimes. Yeah. I don't like it.
For sure.
Yeah. It's too polished sometimes.
I felt like the same way, but then sometimes it's like kind of cool.
Sometimes, like I was saying, the new Jujutsu Kaisen is season 2 is Mappa, and Mappa does a lot of that kind of like super smooth, polished kind of stuff, but they include some rough elements too, and I think it's amazing. I love the animation in the new season. So yeah.
So go in Yokohama thing.
Yeah.
What's your goal about going?
I honestly literally just want to see that Pikachu parade and hit up a few card shops maybe. I don't really have any. Yeah.
Should we stand in like a 5-hour long line to go to the Pokemon Center?
I don't think the Pokemon. I mean, it depends. The thing is, we're going to the Pokemon Center in Tokyo Station the day after, right? And that one will probably just be normal busy. So, we'll check out the lines. I don't like waiting in line for stuff, so.
I would like to. Yeah, me too.
One or two things maybe, but you don't want to be just waiting around.
No, I don't know about any lines. I'm trying to do. I would love to get
because you're not going to get a promo card from a line. They're all going to be gone, you know.
Yeah, I don't know how am I gonna.
I don't know. We'll talk to some people. If you're gonna be in Yokohama, this will already be best. It'll already have happened by the time this comes out.
That's okay.
Unless I edit this tonight and put it up.
Dude, this editing on this is gonna be crazy.
It'll be fun, dude. It'll be really fun. I'm looking forward to it. Going through like 2 hours of footage. It'll be really fun.
Thanks, Sam, for having me.
Thanks for coming on, Jace. First IRL in-person Doodle Talk.
IRL?
In real life. IR Sam. I am Baboon. IR Baboon. You remember I Am Weasel and IR Baboon? The Cartoon Network cartoon?
Oh, yeah.
Like Cow and Chicken.
Yeah. Toonami.
It wasn't on Toonami. But yeah.
I remember Cartoon Network.
Thanks for coming on, Jace.
This was great. I'd actually would love to do it again.
Yeah.
Even
we could do it on. Yeah, we could do a video chat one. That'd be fun.
Sure. I'd like to. I'd love to do sound. Sorry. I'd love to do podcast myself talking about sound meditation.
Yeah. Wait, I've talked to you about that. I said you should do it.
Because there's I feel like there's a lot of like misconceptions on it. How that it's actually a thing when it's like nothing. It's like just meditation.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, any yoga meditation kind of stuff is like has.
Yeah, and the
weird stuff going on.
I know, yeah. And it could be way more universal and open to anybody at any time.
Sure.
You know, you don't need to.
You need to get in there.
You don't need to zen out.
Let people know.
Yeah, you don't need to zen out with the yoga. Like I'm meditating right now.
Damn.
Boom.
Damn, that's really good. Oh, do you have any? Get some shout outs. Anything you want to shout out?
I'm gonna go watch Sam do a tray flip.
That's tight.
Yeah.
I meant like like your YouTubes and stuff.
Oh, I'll check out Cuddle Puddle TV.
Yeah.
YouTube.com.
What about Are you still doing anything? Well, on Raichu Skater 69.
Yeah, that's my
Instagram.
Raichu Skater 69.
Yep.
If you want to follow my Pokemon account, which is I try to keep it kind of secret, honestly. I'm just
It'll
kidding.
still be pretty secret after this. If you're listening right now at the very end,
Please
shouts
follow
out
me.
to you. Yeah, and please follow.
Oh yeah. Anybody that's made it to this far.
Yeah. If you made it this far, are you subscribed? Because if you're not,
please subscribe.
no, you gotta go subscribe to both of us.
what's
Hold on, let's end this bad boy.
Yeah.
Everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one. You gotta do a peace. Ready?
Yeah. Peace. Boom.